All right. Obviously tough loss for us right there. Talking to even a lot of things that if we could do a little differently, everybody probably would. Coaches, players, everybody. And that's as you look at it. But you get big games, margin for error is small, and it's easy to look back and say, "Boy, I would have liked to fix that, like to fix this." For us, key stats to me again, no turnovers in the game, which you really would have liked to have created a turnover or two in the course of a game. A couple mistakes, some negative yardage plays offensively. I thought really set us back at times to get us off schedule, and hard to do that coming back. And then on third down, our third down defense was really good. Our red zone defense I thought was good. And for the most part, you know what I mean? And but we didn't get off the field on third down. You figure a team like that, you're going to let them drive, and if you eventually stop them in the red zone in the end. And we did that for most of the night. But third down defense was a big one for us. So.
And the last scoring drive you guys had took almost 7 minutes off the clock. Was some of that trying to get your defense a rest?
No. I mean, when you're down 2, you got to score once first. So it is, let's make sure we put a solid drive together and get the touchdown first. And we did that. And that's kind of the whole thought that goes into that is, don't panic. Don't need to panic. Run our offense. Execute our offense. Let's take it down the field. We executed clean. We punched it in. And, we executed clean. I thought we played okay on offense at times. Just some mistakes kept setting us back at different points of the game. And, obviously only ran 52 plays offensively, so that's not very good. And, needed to stay on the field better on offense and get off the field on defense. So,
Coach, they do anything special to stop you guys in the run game? You really had nothing on the ground today.
No. I didn't do anything to me. We fell behind. We wanted to take the lead. We fell behind early. And so we were throwing a little bit more. The goal was to try to take the lead. I think, they scored that touchdown to take the lead was a big, I think that was the biggest play of the game right there, right? I think we thought we were off the field on third down, and they got sent back on.
Does it make it harder to call plays, though, when the run game
We didn't. I don't think we tried to call many run game plays, to be honest with you. I don't think they did. And then when we ran the ball, P. Ryan had 7 carries, 31 yards. Right? Pierce, 3 for 13, right? I don't know, 10 for 44 for the running backs. We just didn't run the ball much.
What do you think of his performance and the lack of pressure?
Yeah, I thought he did a good job. They did their O-line. Give their O-line credit. They did a good job of not allowing pressure.
What do you attribute their success on third down to, their offense?
Well, you can go in every direction you want to go, right? Right? We had a missed tackle. They got helped out a couple times. Missed coverage. So.
Dan, everyone knew the stakes were really high in this game. Obviously, SEC title chances, playoff chances, but it was the same last year as well. So, do you draw on how last year finished at all? Does that translate? Did you talk to the guys about that at all?
Well, every year is independent of itself. So
what is there then left to play for in your guys' eyes?
a lot, right? There's a lot of football still left to be played in the league. The division hasn't been clinched by anybody, and it wasn't going to be clinched today by anybody. So, whether we won or lost the game, next week's game is a really big game for us, and that's how it works.
Georgia was 12 for 17 on third down.
Yeah.
Fromm made a lot of big throws. Were you trying to confuse him with
We called a lot of different defenses. Like I just said, there's a lot of different answers for why they were good on third down. They're not one thing. There's a lot of different ones.
Is there a reason you didn't pressure him more on third down?
No.
When you knew it was match situation?
No. We mixed up different looks. Like I said, those are 18 third downs. So each one of them is going to be pretty independent, to be honest with you. So, a couple by penalty, right? I think we gave a penalty on third down, gave him a first down. We had overturn or call stands. Thought that was one of the biggest plays of the game.
You had to burn 2 timeouts on the first drive.
Yeah.
And you had to burn another one late. It seemed to get you frustrated.
Yeah, we had the wrong personnel on the field. The first 2 drives, we had the 2 different things. One, we had the wrong personnel on the field for the play call. Yeah, we had the 10 men on the field, and then the we didn't get lined up right. I got in late, and the other one, and then the one in the fourth quarter, I think they signaled the wrong formation in, and the guy receivers wasn't lined up, and at that point it was too big a point in the game to not use the timeout, make sure we get the first down.
Your frustration seemed to boil over there.
Well, yeah, I'm always frustrated. I've been frustrated because that's stuff, like I said, there's all little things you can point out. That's a very manageable situation right there, right? I mean, that's us signaling in the formation and getting lined up right.
You mentioned the play being reviewed with Pedro being a turning point. What did you see from it on the sidelines?
And I just looked at the jumbotron, so I saw what you saw. But I'd asked the official, but they said that decision's made in Birmingham. So they couldn't even give me an explanation. That's a question for Birmingham.
Dan Jabari seemed to get banged up a little bit there. You lost Jeremiah. How much did that impact kind of what you guys wanted to do?
Well, just next guy up. You know what I mean? I mean, that's been our deal. So I don't know how much that impacts us. We've just had to deal with that all year long. And I've always said from the beginning, if you want to have a successful season, one of the things to do is look at your health. Most teams that are healthy have successful seasons.
Do you have a sense on Moon if it's going to be a while?
I'll get the reports, later from the trainers.
Do you think Tony could go more today?
I'm sure he could have. Yeah, he was fine. I mean, he just hadn't practiced. He's been out for a couple weeks. Tried to get him the ball early. Like I said, you want to play with the lead against them. They don't play very well from behind, I don't think. And you want to play with the lead, and we weren't able to do that early. And from that, you're kind of changing. You get out of your game plan a little bit for how you'd like the game to go.
How big a blow is the busted coverage?
Which one?
You guys, well, the 52-yarder, you guys.
That was a big one. Both their touchdowns were busted coverages. Well, that's just mental. That's mental. That's I mean, being disciplined, being exact, being where we're supposed to be.
How huge were those 2 touchdown drives for you? What do you feel like was working with the offense there?
Well, I think we executed. If you saw, we really didn't put ourselves behind the chains, and didn't make some. There were some mistakes that we did, that we made at other points in the game. We didn't make on those drives. I mean, really, I think it's not that complicated. You gotta execute. You gotta throw, catch, run, block, tackle, execute. We got to do a good job as coaches, making sure we're putting the best guys in position to make plays. So.
There were a couple of times tonight Trask dropped back and didn't throw it away.
Yeah.
Were they just frustrated?
Just learning experience for him. I mean, that'll be a learning for him. We'll go and coach that and teach that. He's looking at something, and sometimes, trying to do too much, just take what the defense gives you. Got us behind the chains a couple times with certain things, but he'll learn from those.
Dan, you went through this a little bit last year with this
Mm-hmm.
coming off of, a lot of build up, tough loss. What's the message of the team so it bounces back better than the year?
Well, I mean, the message for the team is there's an awful lot to still play for. Like I said, I mean, there's a lot of football still left. We got 3 more games to go play and a bye week. We've qualified for a bowl game, so we'll get that extra. How good that is, we'll see. The East still hasn't been decided. There's still, like I said, a bunch of football. Unfortunately, we don't control our destiny anymore, which, is frustrating for us. But, we'll see. The adversity. To me, I mean, your character is tested. This is when we see if we have character as a team. Our character wasn't really shown like out there on the field. That doesn't define what your character is out there on the field. We were going to come play. We were going to play hard for 60 minutes. We did that, right? We did some really good things. We made some mistakes. We all can work to get better. Your character is defined on what you're doing in response to that. Are we as coaches working to make sure we're doing a better job as coaches? Are we as players making sure we're working to be better as players? Are we maximizing the effort we give every single day and what we're doing to best develop ourselves? That's your test of character, and so that's what's ahead of us as a team as we get to see in individuals. It's a great check of where our character is going to be over these next 3 games and what type of team, how we're going to finish this up.
Dan, Georgia's kind of been the standard in the SEC East the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
2 cracks at them now. overall you've done great against rivals, but this one's eluded you so far.
Mm-hmm.
How close do you feel Florida is to reaching their level as a program?
7 points.
Do you use this game as a measuring stick for where you guys are at overall?
No, we're 7 points behind Georgia. I know that.
Is it more frustrating the mental lapses and not getting guys in off the field coming off of a bye when you've had 2 weeks to prepare for something?
Where in the start of the game?
Start just throughout the game, mental lapses. You said mental lapses on the defensive breakdown.
On some coverages and stuff like that. Yeah, well, I mean, that's just ours. That's us. We got to coach better, right? I mean, we got to make sure we're getting all of that coach. That's teaching, right? You know, I mean, that's on coaching right there to make sure we're making sure everybody is in position. We're coaching and teaching it all the right way in everything that we do.
Couple final questions for Coach.
We talked about the inability to run the football, but Trask stepped up in the second half, made some really big throws, and kind of really fought to get the team back into it. Did you guys change anything offensively for him?
No, we just started calling more passes because we were behind. You know, I think just that a lot of time the game dictates how it's going to go. You know, and how the game is dictates a lot of things. And so, you know, we wanted to play. Like I said, we would have loved to have played with a lead, and we kind of had a plan for that. And when we didn't have the lead, we had kind of a separate plan, and that included throwing it a little bit more, and that's what we did.
Final question for Coach.
Yeah, a lot of success early with Pitts, really.
Mm-hmm.
78 of
Yeah.
yards. What did Georgia do different the second half?
I don't think they did a whole lot. You know, I think we had him open a couple times. We missed him. You know, 2 balls that were a little bit behind him right there. So, you know, we.
Doubling him or anything.
I mean, if they were, he still got open. On those, we just missed the throws. I think a little bit.